Hello Libra, and welcome to your Tarotscopes for the time of March 2014. Now we will be covering your home and your family, your career and your goals, your finances, health and wellbeing and relationships. Now I have been asked to show you the cards. This is a trial. I'm going to see how this goes because I'm just so used to flipping the cards and just kind of going off onto my own tangent, but here we go. Okay, so we're looking at our home and our family, and basically what you're going to be finding during this period of time, that this is not the most favorable month for anything. You're going to be finding that you're trying to initiate plans, that things aren't going according to, you know, the way you would want it or your expectations. You may be finding that outcomes or dealings or agreements, once again, are kind of like a little bit lopsided. They're not the best. You may be feeling like you're doing all the work and nothing's coming back for you. So it's one of those months that things are not as favorable as you had hoped. You're kind of on the losing end of a situation or a battle. It's not saying give up. It's just saying, look, circumstances aren't going to work out exactly as you had hoped or anticipated right now. Doesn't mean that in the next month or the next 3 weeks that won't be the case. But, you know, you may be finding that you're a little bit super sensitive to the situations that are around you until circumstances do kind of like balance themselves out or kind of even themselves up. But, you know, it's kind of like not one of those great months for seeing massive achievements where the home and the family is concerned. It'll help you to kind of highlight and see what needs to change, but it doesn't mean that it necessarily will during this time. Okay, in connection with your career and your goals, you are going to find that during this period of time that things are not as serious or not as bad as what they're appearing or seeming. Don't get caught up in the gossip. Don't get caught up in the mind games. Don't challenge yourself to think that things are worse off than what they are. You may be finding that there are a few little hidden agendas sitting around, but this is one of those months that I really do feel that you're going to be finding at the end of the day, everything works out just fine. And it's like, you know, sometimes people hit the little panic buttons or, you know, the panic stations and think, oh my goodness, Joe Bloggs is leaving, and oh my goodness, and Joe Blow's kind of coming in, or what changes are going to be. It kind of sets the minefield just, you know, up, and you kind of get caught up into those thought patterns. And this is what this is about. It's like saying, well, listen, hey, situations may not be going according to what you're seeing. There may be a little bit more to the story, and it may not be as bad as what it's looking. Okay, in connection with those that are looking for work, you may be finding, once again, don't get caught up in the drama of situations. Okay, let it unfold. You know, who cares if you have 15 interviews? Who cares if you've got to go for a job that really isn't going to be to your liking at the moment? Guess what? It may lead to something else. So it's like as if, you know, don't put the cart before the horse. Listen to yourself, but also don't get caught up in the mind games or the drama that may be going on during this period of time, because I do think that things are going to work out better than what you know, really do perceive at this time. In connection with your finances, okay, this is the High Priestess. Now, with the High Priestess, she's telling you financially that there is quite a lot of assistance or quite a lot of advice where the money is concerned. And this is a healing card. So this tells you that money could be spent in connection with health and well-being, okay, could be the focus. You may be finding that you are healing yourself where it comes to money. I mean, some of us have a love-hate relationship with finances, okay? It kind of stresses us, you know, to no means. It could be that there is a payout or a settlement that's due during this period of time. It could be that you're going to be finding that things are really kind of coming together for you, and you're feeling that you're able to kind of start afresh or start anew and do this on a more secure footing on the financial areas, but definitely income sitting here, okay? Now, if it's to do with health and well-being, it could be sick pay. It could be that you're taking out an insurance policy to protect it, you know, like in case of that. It could be that you have had a settlement that needed to come through, and it could be coming through during this period of time. It could be that you've been worried sick about your finances, like I said, and then all of a sudden things are kind of like, you know, hit a really good even keel or a nice good balance there for you. Okay, in connection with your health and your well-being, The death card, it doesn't mean death, of course. What it means is that you're transforming, you're coming out of yourself like this beautiful butterfly all of a sudden appearing. Okay, you're looking at what needs to be changed. What habits do I need to break? What, you know, how am I thinking? What am I doing? What am I not doing? Okay, you're reassessing this within yourself and you're ready to put in these changes. And it could be that you've got a new lease on life happening, okay? Could be that you're clearing the slate, you're getting rid of those, you know, our worn relationships or friendships, or, you know, just having a spring clean inside the body, whatever it may be, okay? You're feeling rejuvenated and you're feeling fantastic. Now, this is not going to be a process that just happens during this month. I feel that you've got a bit of a 6-month goal, and I feel some really great successes coming out of this if this is the case. But it's definitely a massive change of attitude where the health and the well-being is concerned. In connection with your relationships. Now, relationships are going to be dynamic. They're going to be quick. They're going to be fast. They're going to be spontaneous. They're going to be opening up opportunities to do things that you've kind of been thinking about but you haven't really done. Because you've got the knight sitting here that represents Saggy, it's almost like as if you're, you're feeling like as if you want to take a few little risks, that you want to think outside that square. You want to bring in a little bit more excitement, and that's exactly what could be happening during this period of time in connection with your love and your relationships. But there is travel around as well. So it means that there is, this sense of kind of like just free to be yourself, do the things that you'd like to do, really initiating these changes, okay, so that you feel within yourself, okay, that you've got some fantastic success. It's like relighting or reigniting the fire, okay, and getting things kind of happening once again. For those that are single and looking, maybe this is your month, because you may be finding that you are reigniting the fire. Maybe you've got a little bit of an opportunity to, take a trip or to meet somebody or to, transform your thinking and your energy. Maybe this person's going to come in and just sweep you off your feet because they're that type of energy. They're going to bounce into your life, not meaning that they're going to bounce out, but they're going to bounce into your life and really kind of open up some spontaneity there, get you outside your kind of comfort zones, and maybe open up that heart chakra a little bit more.